There has never been a better time to invest than now. The process that started with the Industrial Revolution is in full swing. There is more money to be made now than ever before. Intelligent investors are going to prosper, unintelligent consumers will make it possible, and the unfortunate workers will be left on the sidelines. As the technological revolution is being integrated into the mainstream industry, more and more workers will be replaced by machines. Only this time, those workers will not have any other place to go, since there will be less work for humans altogether. I'm not only talking about jobs that involve physical labor. The whole scope of human professions is replaceable, from customer service to medicine. Eventually, we will not need humans for most of our everyday needs. The numbers of unneeded human workers will be so large, that it will probably change the entire way we live as a society. Just to understand the enormous impact this is going to have, here is an example. In 2016 there were 3.5 million truck drivers in the US. All those people will eventually be out of their job, since autonomous vehicles are just around the corner. That's just truck drivers. Think about all the bank clerks, back office workers, cashiers and so on. Much cheaper computers will be happy to replace them. Two main groups are going to reap the benefits. The first group is the consumers, meaning all of us. The consumers will get a faster and cheaper service. The beer will be cheaper, because now it costs less to transport, and the service at the automated machine in the supermarket will be much faster. The products they will be able to buy will be better and cheaper. There will be new products that have never existed before. Just think of the airliner. The first commercial flight was in the 1910s. 100 years ago people could hardly imagine themselves flying, now it's just natural. We started using smartphones in the mid-2000s, less than 20 years ago. Who of you imagined in the 90s that you will have a phone, GPS, camera and connection to everything in one small device that cost nothing? The second group is the investors. The owners of those trucking companies, banks and stores will have much lower expenses and their earnings will grow. Those owners are the investors. They will benefit immensely by the technological advancements. In fact, the only solution the workers have, is to become investors. They can look for better, more productive fields of work, but it will only be a temporary solution. Eventually, the income we all receive will be generated through invested capital, instead of an earned salary. Whoever will not have any invested capital will not have any sources of income, since they won't be able to find any work. Nobody will be willing to pay them for something that the machine does for virtually free. It all may sound a bit alarming, but it just means that our lives will be much better. Our quality of life will improve and we will work less if at all. This environment will enable us to create an even better world. Our job will no longer be a 9-to-5 at the office. It will be creating new ideas and letting the computers do all the dirty work. All we need is to realize how technology changes our landscape and make the necessary adjustments. Just to make sure we are on the same page, those adjustments are not getting even more academic education, getting more valuable experience in your shitty job, or making your resume look great. Nobody will care about the experience in your resume and your useless master's degree, when a computer program can do your job for 2 cents on the dollar. In order to get ourselves ready for the future, we need to make some adjustments. The most important thing is to understand that the times are always changing. Those who are flexible and have a good perception of the actual situation, will prosper. Those who are fixed on how things were before, are set to a life of confusion and misunderstanding. Betting on stability is the most unstable thing there is. In light of this, academic education, work experience and debt, are out. Basic investment knowledge and cash, are in. The only way to get your fair share of the pie, is to stash cash and invest as early as possible. Instead of spending your income on useless crap, spend it on your future by investing.